Today we're going to be continuing with our Van Gogh inspired landscapes. We are going to be adding the brush strokes to our picture. You can choose between the different green brushes. I'm going to use the smaller brush, and I have my tray of paints. Everybody will be using different colors depending on their picture. I like to start with my lightest area first. So I take my paintbrush and I like to hold it where the metal and the squishy part is, or the metal and the wood meet, and I just do a touch of paint. I want to use the tip of my paintbrush as I do my paint strokes. I want a stroke, not just a dot. So it's almost like a line, and I do it in the shape of what I am painting in. I'm not painting it in solid. I am painting just using brush stroke lines. When I need to clean my brush, I clean it in the water, I wipe it on the messy mat, and then I can grab my next color. My second color, like in my sun, can even have those lines overlap on top of each other. Remember to focus on one area at a time. Sometimes you might need to create your own colors. Like when I am doing my foreground, my chalk was already pretty yellow and I need more of a golden yellow color. So I'm taking my brush and I'm adding some yellow to my plate. I'm cleaning my brush and I'm making sure to dry it off before grabbing my next color. I'm going to add just a tiny touch of brown because darker colors go a long way. Notice how I'm stirring and mixing it in that one space, not over my whole entire plate, because I want to make sure that color is there for me to use and I'm not just painting my plate. So I check my colors just what I need it to be, and I'm adding those line brush strokes. I like to go right along the edge of things. I'm doing my haystacks first because they are a rounded shape. So I just took that brush, I kind of went over that chalk outline area where my pencil was, and then I fill it in by continuing the shape as I go. If I press down with my paintbrush, it will make my line thicker. If I just use the point, it will make my line thinner. You might want thick lines, you might want thin lines, and it might vary by the space you are doing. For me, now that I have my big haystacks done, I'm going to fill in the larger space of the foreground. And I have it going from side to side. Now this process does take a while, so take your time and really zen out as you do so. I may even add another little bit of color to it. I'm going to add another touch of brown and make this golden color a little darker because there are some areas that have a little bit more of a shadow. So I'm going to go and add those little shadow lines within different spaces. Look at your picture to see what would be best for yours. My foreground is completed, I'm going to go into my middle ground, then my background, one space at a time, using the colors that you need. If you need to mix colors again, do so. If you can use a color straight out of the tray, use the color straight out of the tray. Here I am mixing a few different greens so that I have them ready for when it's time to do those layers.